Hi guys, becoming your best self. My name is Nancy Mitchell with Love Guru, your guide to better relationships. This is day three. Day three, guys, of becoming your better self. Okay? You need to make sure that you're gonna be transforming yourself this week. Okay? I did it, you can do it too. So anyway, today is gonna be about fearless since birth. Okay? Guys, when we were born, okay, we came in this world just, I don't know, we had no fear. We were just, can you imagine a little baby? If you moms out there, you can relate to me. Just think about your child when your son or your daughter was, say 4, 5, 3 to 5, okay? And that little boy, that little girl would just be so fearless. They will just be, they don't care about anything. And the kids say the darnest thing. You must have heard that already, okay? They have no filter. They would just, as they think it, they say it. They have no fear in this world. Guys, we need to get back to that position in our life, okay? Because when we born, we had no fear, okay? There was no fear at all. But now when we grow up, as we grow up along the way, there is a lot of fear that we get from either our parents or friends or family, and we just carry it around as just baggage, and we just feel like, oh my God, we are fearful of everything in life. So anyway, let's start unlearning the fear of failure, because the fear of failure is something that pretty much, I guess we just think that, okay, we are not going to do the best. We are going to do bad. We are thinking negative of everything that's happened in our life. We just don't think that we are, good enough for something. We feel like we're not worthy enough of having a business or having success in life. We all are. You just have to think it, believe it, and you will receive it. Okay? So, how your childhood criticism that you have built up in you as fear. So, how should I put this? I've made mistakes with my son, because I'm a Jamaican, black, strong Jamaican mom. And for all the Jamaicans out there, I'm pro-Jamaican, you can relate to me, okay? Drop something for me. You can relate to me. As growing up as this black, strong, Jamaican woman, we always think that we need to be hard with our kids. We need to be hard and show them how to do this, that. But as soon as I start learning psychology, as soon as I start diving deep into psychology, I realize that, this hardcore way of raising a child doesn't work for this millennium. It does not work. It worked for us, it worked for us. We have scars, we have trauma, we have fears that we built up in our minds that came from our parents. Okay, so you will have one parent that will say, hey, you have to do this or else this, that. So if you have parents go through and tell you this on a constant basis, or if you're telling your kids this right now, ladies, guys, if you're telling your kids this is a psychology no. Do not. That kid is going to grow up thinking that they need to do everything for somebody and not themselves. They're not going to feel worthy of doing anything for themselves. They're going to want to please, because mommy and daddy tell them, hey, you need to do this or else. You need to do this or else. You need to do this or else. So they grow up psychologically thinking that I need to do this or else I'm not safe, or else I am not perfect, or else I'm not the person that I think I should be. So I have to start pleasing the people around me. My family, my friends, everybody around me, I please them and leave myself for last. So parents, be careful of this. You will have somebody that keep on telling, somebody, hey, don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do this. I did that, a lot with my son sometimes. And, before, and, growing up as, a kid, they're touching this, they're going to the electric wire. They're like, oh my God, don't. You are just thinking that. Remember, this kid came in this world fearless. They want to explore. They want to just do every single thing. And you are stopping them every time they're coming out of their comfort zone into doing something new, into doing something different. Just imagine like a 4 or 5 year old kid that, they want to do this, they want to paint, they want to do that. And you keep on stopping them from doing something. So now they built up that fear over a period of time, and it comes right into their adulthood. And now they're fearful. You find this a lot in men. They have a lot of fear within them. Fear of doing something, fear of doing that, fear of that. So ladies, guys, be very careful. If you're a parent and you're doing this, or you see your friends and family as parents doing this to their kids, it's a psychological no. You're damaging that child. Okay? Let me get into the things that you need to look for when you're trying to make sure that you are going to trying to unlearn that fear that you put into your kids, and you put into your spouse, and you put into your sister, your brother, your niece, your all of these people that within your life. You put it into them, and it's not good. Okay, you don't need to sit down and criticize them, because when you criticize people, or I should say not criticize, when you do negative criticism, it hurts. It hurts that person. And you are tearing down that person. So you don't want to ever do that with your kids, your family, your friends. Don't do that to anybody, not even if you think your enemy. Don't do that to them, because I'm telling you guys, this breaks down an individual, and you don't want to ever sit there and give them negative criticism and break them down. Who are you to do that? When you're doing that, who are you? Don't do that, okay? So be very careful. When you're criticizing someone, make sure it is positive. Make sure that you are telling them something that is positive that they do, and then redirect them into what is better or for the future. Don't criticize and start looking back at what they did, because what they did is now in the past, and that cannot be changed. You cannot go in it, and change that. So why dwell on what they already did? And if it's wrong, don't dwell on it. Let's move on and start talking about the future. Direct them back, or redirect them back into what's supposed to be done in the future as a better way of doing whatever is it that you're criticizing them on. Okay, so let me get into the challenges that you may see within your life that goes on with the fear that you need to unlearn in your life. Okay, fear of failure. Number one, you avoid trying new things. If you are somebody like this, you are experiencing fear of failure. Okay, this happened in your childhood and you grew up with it. Number two, you panic when you make mistakes. If you see that you panic when you make any mistakes in life, you have now grown up with that fear of failure. Number three, you crave approval too much. If you see yourself craving approval from everybody too much, it's a fear of failure. Everybody do crave it. We all crave that little approval at times, but not too much. Not too much. Number four, you confuse criticism with rejection. So you thinking that somebody's criticizing you on something, you're just thinking rejection, you are having that fear of failure. So let me give you some solutions to help with that. Number one solution is to reframe failure as a feedback. So when you have a failure, we all gonna fail in life. It's just a feedback. It's just something that happened that shows you that, okay, this doesn't work. Let's work on something else that do. Number two, practice self-compassion. Make sure you're compassionate with yourself. Okay, a lot of people don't do that. They're very, very, very compassionate with people, strangers, but they're not with themselves. And I can really attest to that. Sometimes I'll be hard, on my son, and then I'll go there and I'll be very, not hard or very nice to somebody else. And I will, because I'm thinking that I need to grow him up tough. I need to do this, I need to do that. But It's not always about you growing your kid up tough because you're Jamaican and you feel like this, that. No, you need to show them love. You know, kids, I would say kids need love like how roses need water. Okay? They can't live without it. And then they get lack of it, then they grow up with a lot of fear of failure. Okay? And if you're not a kid and you're just anybody, to have great relationship, remember this channel I can't speak is about love. And my own, thing about love, having better relationships throughout your life is always love. Always going to be love. You show love to everybody and it will come back to you in tenfolds. Always. I always live my life like this. Okay? I always give love. Even when people do me wrong, I said, okay, let me bless them and I forgive them and I move on and still show them love. I do. Number 3, give yourself permission to be imperfect. Nobody's perfect in this world. Okay? So don't be too hard on yourself that, oh my God, this wasn't get done. This wasn't get done. It doesn't matter. You are not perfect. It's okay. Number 4, use informational, not destructive self-talk. So don't talk to yourself by, oh my God, why do I do this? Hate, I do this, that. Nope. Positive. You made a mistake, move on from it. You do this wrong, move on from it. Something happened bad in your life. Okay, it's happened bad. Let's move on from it. Okay? Making sure that all your thoughts, your mind, your expectation, everything that you have for your thoughts and your mind, you need to start making sure that everything is going to be positive. Positive thinking, positive expectation. Think the best at all times. That's going to happen to you. And it always will. Guys, there you have it for day 3. My name is Nancy Mitchell, Will Love Guru. If you know anybody this content can help, please go ahead and share it. If you like my content, please like and subscribe and hit that notification button so anytime a video is dropped, you are going to be notified. There you have it, guys. I am Nancy Mitchell, Will Love Guru, your guide to better relationships. Peace. I'm out.